got episode 61 called Double Jeopardy. I thank y'all for tuning in. Once again, my name is I should say Mr. Jones, but not. My name is Byron.
You way too gone for Mr. Jones?
Yeah, I ain't even my phone.
That's funny.
So yeah, Mr. Jones is over. Like I can't even claim that name no more.
So this is episode 61 for our Facebook viewers. This is episode 2 for our podcast listeners. Season 2, episode 2.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Yeah, season 2, episode 2.
Something like that. As always, give us a moment to share.
We gotta share everything out. Now, like I said, the title of today's show is called Double Jeopardy, and we just kind of want to talk about different perceptions of different things, and I'm just gonna jump right into it. So what was the story? You know what? I don't even want to say no names. I'm just gonna say this. Well, first we'll start with the perception part. Then we'll jump in the double jeopardy part. So you might have a sister or a mother, out there, your grandmother, and growing up, I know that you noticed that they were under like different like scrutiny and pressure than like men were. Like men is like it's one thing and one thing only: don't be soft.
That's true.
You gotta be tough at all times.
So very true.
But as far as with a woman, like they got to deal with so much more shit than a man got to deal with, which is unfair in my opinion. But like some of the things is like ridiculous. Like I don't get it. Like for example, like men, we don't the way that us men, the way that we judge beauty is differently than how a woman judge it. Like guys, like okay, you might have a little little roll right here. Like niggas love cinnamon rolls. Like we're not tripping over anything like that. But some women might go to the club and pull up their pants all the way up to their belly button to
whatever.
Hide it. But it's like God, we're not even thinking of that. Like my question is, so are you hiding it for us, or you hiding it for like other women to see? Like I don't like, are you? Because we don't care at all.
See, so I agree with you. I agree that I don't know who women do it for. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I remember on an earlier show that we had, we were talking, and the women was like, we was talking about what was we talking about? We talked about something, and all the women that joins us live on Facebook
are ganging up on me. I don't
know
what talking about.
I don't remember, but they was all like, "Oh, why women can't just change for themselves? Like, why they can't just be doing? Why they got to be trying to impress somebody? Why they can't just change for themselves?" I'm like, y'all can, like, but it just don't seem like that's what y'all are doing. Like, like when y'all rationalize it, like, y'all never say like, this was for me. Like, y'all was like, oh, this celebrity did this, or I seen this. And saying I want to do this. Like it's never like, oh, I had the idea to make myself better, so this is why I did this. And so with that being said, like, I'm sure that there's gonna be a ton of women that's like, oh, we do it for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? But like, do you really though?
Like, do you do it for yourself, or are you doing it because that's what you think society's standards are? Like, do you think that you should lose a couple pounds, or just because you seen I don't know, some model in some magazine that you got to look exactly like her?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is.
I don't. That's the aspect that I don't get. Because I don't like. Of course, like you can be impressionable with fashion or whatever. I see it all the time with like dudes' haircuts and like what they wearing and stuff like that. Okay, that's understandable, but to want to change your body to look like someone else, like I don't know about taking it that far.
So Erica said on the early side, she said it's a such thing called fashion and style. So do you? So is that something that women do to be fat? Like, is it fashionable to wear? Like, and I don't know. Like, look, this is a legit question that I'm asking because I don't know. So is it? Well, yeah, high waisted jeans got to be a thing, right? And if you wear high waisted jeans, that would mean they would come higher than your waist, right?
That's the style that's out now. It looked like all the 80s and 90s movies that you've seen.
It's a little weird. It's a little weird. Like with her.
And then like the women that you thought had ass, like they look like nobody had ass back in the days. In the jeans, like, I don't like those jeans. I never have.
Angel said everyone is different. High-waisted pants are meant to be worn under your belly. True, right? Fine, I can understand that. But do all pants high-waisted pants? They can't be, right?
Yeah, no, it's just a style. But if you're using the style if you're not wearing the style just to wear the style, you're using it for like other reasons.
Yeah, I mean, like, right. So you're not hiding? I don't know. Angel said high-waisted yoga pants, they hold you in and make you feel good when working out.
Oh, so they hold everything in.
Okay. So, all right. So all right. So does that make you feel better about yourself? Like, I don't know. I don't really know how to pose the question. I definitely don't want to hurt no feelings.
No, most definitely not. Because you can't hurt people's feelings because, like I said earlier, men like we don't care about stuff like that. Like, big, small, short, tall. Like it really don't matter.
I just don't.
It really don't matter. So like men see you and think you look like a model, cold, but then that's not what you see. Then you try to relay that, to your woman, like you beautiful, this and that, but they might not always, think like that. But so I don't know. Like this is confusing. Like,
yeah, I don't know. And then like some more that with the Jeopardy, like does that like it's mostly women in here. So have y'all? I'm sure y'all have. Like what do you want to call it? What insecurities, I guess, have like the men in your life like dealt with? Like, and was it something that you can identify with? Like, cause like Byron said, like, is it for men typically it's not like a physical thing. It's more of like, I'm broke right now. You know what I'm saying? I can't take you out like I want to. I can't treat you like I want to treat you, like wine and dine you, or like something like that. Like usually like financial or ability wise, where it's not like physically, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like what have y'all dealt with? I'm just curious to know.
Like Emmanuel said, that I said off air. Like man, we just don't want to appear like broke and bummy. That's the only thing. Like
that's literally it.
Like I heard, you heard the stories where niggas just start pulling out money and just start counting for no reason in front of women. Yeah,
that's how you get robbed, by the way. Not by me, of course. It's just a disclaimer.
Like if it make like okay, if putting your high waisted yoga pants over your belly makes you feel good, then by all means do it. Like I don't have any problems with that. But just know, I'm just gonna speak for myself. Just know that I don't care about that. You can let it all out, let it breathe.
Like, especially, all right, brand new, I get it, and spanks her thing and all this stuff, but like, I had to be in a relationship, like, just let it go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we know what's there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we know what's under them clothes. You know what I'm saying? We know. Like, just let it go. Stop being. What you shot for right now? I don't understand. Let me see. So Angel says, so if a man says, why do you wear your pants over your belly? Is that a positive question? All right. So look, I think so. But being a man, I don't. It could be positive to me, right? Or harmless. Like, let's say I'm asking just to find out information, just literally because I don't know. Like, why do you do that? I don't understand why. Why do you do it? Because I don't do it, and the people I know do it. So it could be like a harmless question, like a question to find out information, not to be like judgy or pointing fingers. Like, it literally can be like, why? Like, I never noticed that, or I have noticed it, but I didn't want to ask or whatever. But now I'm asking, like, why do you do what you do?
Right.
So I think it can be a positive question.
Like, in a non-creepy way. Just walk up to a woman that you know and just start rubbing the belly immediately, every time you start touching their belly. No, they get uncomfortable.
So a stranger, I can understand it because, like, first off, we had a show a little while ago about touching women that you don't know. Like, stop touching.
Stop being.
This is also I want to put this in every show. Like, stop touching women that you don't know. Even if it's in a bar, club setting, and you want to talk to them, stop fucking touching these women, man. Like, talk to them without touching them, because it's weird. Like, this is weird. Like, stop touching people, man. I just don't get it.
And stop looking like old boy from that show, You.
See, I don't watch it. I've heard good and bad things to the point where I'm like, I heard the dude be wilding out, but you know what I'm saying. But the woman, I don't know. I haven't heard of it.
I watched only 2 episodes so far. The dude is a real life stalker. Real life stalker. Like, but he be having relationships with these people that don't even know him.
What? So in his mind, he be having like relationships with people?
This dude he met her, and then he looked up her whole life on social media. Like, Google imaged her, one of her pictures, found her address, was standing outside of her house, and she was masturbating with a pillow between her legs, and he was just standing in the bushes, just
stroking in the bushes. Hilarious. All right. Yeah. Maybe I give this show a try.
But it's like funny though, like the way he be talking. It's funny.
But it's a drama. It ain't a comedy show, is it?
The way he talk, you just be laughing at this creepy shit he be saying. Like, it's like he broke into her house. He told he acted like he was the boyfriend, and the guy, like, the gas thing was broke, so you can get in the house or something. You know what I'm saying? So the gas company came out, was like, "There's no leak." So he was, walking around our house, and it was like, "See, what he say? Like, see, I knew you was gonna do this, or, oh, here's your computer." So he got on her computer. Her iCloud was there, so she could read every text message she was sending.
Oh, wow.
Just some weird, creepy. He was like, "Oh," then he found some stuff about him, like, "Oh, this is what I'm looking for. I see that you like me. You talked about me with your friends. I just thought you know."
So, like, was she tied up or something?
Like, with some jerk. And he ended up hitting dude with a sledgehammer and locking him up.
Hilarious.
Get him out the way.
That's funny.
Like I said, I'm on season 1, episode 2, so we'll see what happens.
Erica, I'm assuming Erica watched this show. She said crazy. So Erica said, so just to get back to
touching.
Yeah, stop touching these women, first off. And then secondly, if you touch a stranger, I expect them to react that way. What were we watching? Like, Tosh.0 like had a segment or whatever where, like, so around his office he would go up to like women that he worked with. If you don't know the show, like, it's gonna sound real weird what he's doing. It is weird, but whatever. It's like coworkers and stuff. So he just walked up and he didn't grab people's stomach, like women's stomach. He lightly, while they were sitting down, he just walked up and lightly put his hand on their stomach, and they all freaked out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, don't do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it wasn't like sexual harassment. It's like, I'm embarrassed of my stomach or whatever. Like, do that because I'm embarrassed.
Like,
It was just, I don't know, it was funny.
Which brings me, to Erica's comment, and about like a positive body image, because she said she's been fat, her whole. That's what she said. I ain't say that. She said she's been fat her entire life, and she's more accepting of it.
Where her husband had a thing about getting fat.
Oh yeah, but then her husband said he had to think about her getting fat.
No, he had to think about himself getting fat.
Oh,
like, he was self-conscious.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I read that wrong. I was like, damn, that's fucked up. But shit, I got to think about that. I don't. I mean, I don't. I don't want just want to be out of shape and weak.
I get it.
I
get it.
But it's not really just being like gaining weight. It's cool gaining weight. Look, I used to be like super skinny.
So that's some shit that skinny people that get fat later worry about or gain weight later. But you fat all the time, you just be like, it is what it is. I can do better or whatever. But it is what it is ultimately.
Plug it in. Yeah. Like you can lose the weight if you want to, but if I was 170. I was 170 until I was like 24, and then I blew up to like 225, 230. Yeah. So it's like, damn, like what's that? I couldn't fit no clothes. I'm dressing weird because I don't got no clothes. I should delete all them pictures around that time on Facebook. But I just felt uncomfortable. But then once I realized, like, damn, I went from a 32 to a 38.
I mean, right. Then you see why or whatever.
Yeah, but now it's like I'm more, but I don't have enough time in my day to be working out like I used to. But I'm thinking now, like, well, it's not really more about the weight. You know what I'm saying? Weight is just a number. It's just I ain't trying to be. I need to be strong. I can't be weak. So I ain't trying to have a nigga go up in my shit. Like, just imagine a nigga like 17, 18.
Ooh, getting the ups on you?
Like, you already know they lifting every day, running, working out.
They got nothing but time. There's nothing but time.
That's the thing. I can't let it happen, so I gotta be strong.
That's funny. Erica, stop selling the show. Erica, Angie said she liked that show. Erica told a spoiler about the show You, but I'm not gonna expose that to our listeners in case they haven't caught up. Angel said, wait till y'all get older. It's more about feeling better than even how you look.
Yeah.
For sure. I can sense that now as I approach 30. Like I can sense that kind of. Like, but at the same time, like, but I'm in Erica's. It's kind of outside, but I'm in Erica's ball team or whatever. Because like I've been fat forever, so like I know, like, as long as I can do certain things or mentally what I feel like I should better do, then cool. So like the problem come in is when you get older and you heavier and you can't do the things. So mentally, when you can't do the stuff that you feel like you should better do, like, cause so I've been fat, but I've been playing football since 8 or 7 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's everything. Like, so kind of athletic, whatever, or in the athlete's world or whatever. So once I get to the point where I'm like, nigga, I can't even, take the trash out or some shit, or I can't walk downstairs because I don't know when I'm gonna be able to come back up the stairs. Like, then I was like, oh, I'm way too far gone. Like, I gotta make some drastic changes or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
It's a crazy feeling. Like when I was hurt and I got cleared to walk, and I'm just trying to walk, like, just looking stupid, just feeling old. I was just thinking, like, I need to get back in shape again.
Yeah.
Because I can't be around and be falling down.
Right. So,
hey, can people hear us now?
I think so.
Oh, okay. Just making sure. Like, I ain't see. Must be perfect then.
Yeah, nobody said nothing. So far so good.
Yeah. So but here's the thing. Like, I'm doing it not to like I don't care what my weight is on the scale. And if I'm working out, it's just to not be weak and be strong and feel better.
I can get
Whereas
that.
opposed to like, uh, a woman want to lose weight to get to a certain number, but that number might not be for your body type. A woman come in all different shapes and sizes, just because but the girl that you're looking at is like damn near 6'2". So she looks like super skinny. Like
Yeah.
if you 5'2" and you get down to her weight, like you could be looking real unhealthy.
Yeah.
So,
right. Andrew said video quality keep going in and out. All right, we will keep an eye on that. Let us know if it goes.
We're too far in.
If it goes out, yeah. She said audio steady though, so cool. I guess we'll rock with it however we have to. So what? So Andrew never said nothing about like self-conscious issues or whatever that guys in her life or past or whatever has dealt with. So I don't really know. But so how does the physical equate to like a double standard? Is that just because guys don't have the same thing? Like guys don't like physically is not as daunting, I guess, on males than it is females. It's like a society thing.
Yeah, I think very much so. It's a society thing. Which is all right. Just think about how like men dress. You put on a t-shirt, jeans, you're good.
Holy sweats. I'm always in a holy sweats if you see me. Just
like a woman in
don't put me out there
sweatpants.
like that.
A woman in sweatpants and a sweatshirt in public, like you're not seeing it. But leggings, you seeing it. It's easy. You just throw on some leggings.
You know how cold.
You just walk out the door.
Women in sweatpants is cold though.
They don't think so.
It's so dope.
They think they look homeless.
It's so it's so comfortable, right?
Yeah.
Like sitting in chicken sweatpants.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a thing like going back to like college days where everybody wears sweatpants and sweatshirts and stuff, but I don't know. And right, so that's what. So Erica said men don't care. But like, is that the double standard though? Is that we don't care when we really do?
Care about what they look like, or care like how we dress? Which one?
Mm-hmm. You gotta ask Erica.
I don't know. I do care about being like, even if I'm like looking like a bum, because for some reason I like looking at like a bum at like certain times, because it's not really, because you don't bring out, like sometimes I don't like having all that attention, so I can dress flashy if I want to, but at the same time, if I look like a bum, then it brings a different narrative to the story that I love, because they don't know that I'm super fresh if I want to be, But with that, I'm going to stay well groomed, because I can't, like, it's a different feeling. not like
having a haircut or whatever.
Just scruffy. Yeah. My receding hairline growing in. Like, it can't be shown.
That's funny.
I get self-conscious. Okay, that's what I get self-conscious about if my receding hairline start to grow in, because then it's like, damn, like, if a nigga start riding, you can't come back.
No, there's no coming back from that, like ever. Like no comeback. Like what you go? Like nothing you can say. You lose
every time.
That's funny. Erica said, "Where you been, Byron? I see women in sweatpants all the time."
No, I'm saying like I'm talking about big baggy sweatpants, not tight fitted, looking scrumptious sweatpants. That's different. That's different. Like that's fashionable, and you looking, it's time. I'm talking about baggy. Like you look like you wearing your boyfriend's sweatpants or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't go nowhere. Like I only go to work. Like literally, only go to work. So I don't see it as much as I used to. So maybe it's still out there, but it seems like everybody wearing leggings now anyway. So I don't see it much.
Leggings, Uggs.
Right. So I don't see it much either. But I don't mean it don't happen, I guess. So just to rewind real quick back to Angel's question, is that positive to ask? Is your woman's pants high, or why are they high or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so we answered that, but like, is there a male version of that? Like, is there a male version of Like, why are your pants so high? Or like, why do you do what you do? Like, why do you cry when you cook dinner? You know what I'm saying? Like, is there a woman that has had an experience with a guy, and you wonder like, why do he do whatever it is that he do? And it simply could have been, I don't want to breathe through my nose. That sound like Donald Trump when I do that like, every time. That's all I can think about. Um, so, like, is there a like a male version of that? So look, either give us a male version of that you guys have, or tell us of um, something that a male has said to you where they didn't see a problem with it. Like, not even saying like harsh stuff, but like where they was like honestly asking a question, wanting to find out information, whatever, but it came across as hurtful to you, or it could have been hurtful to you, or was hurtful, or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Coming from a woman, like, why do?
Cause I just want to know, cause it's tons of stuff that I say as a man that I don't think is hurtful,
Yeah.
like where I just like I really don't know or whatever, and then women like, oh, how dare you? I can't believe you would do such a. Why would you say that? You know, and then I see other people that ask questions. I'm like, nigga, like, why would you ask that? Like, that's super offensive or whatever.
I don't know. Like, I don't have any personal experiences. Like, I'll bring up something though. As a man, would you take offense if a woman told you, "I know you ain't paying for our date with a credit card." Like, I don't mess with guys who pay with a credit card on a date.
Or coupon, like, remember younger days, first dates or coupons or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
or say even older dates, like paying for a legit date with a coupon. Now, I don't know anybody that this has happened to specifically, but like I've seen it on TV or whatever, so I don't know if it's a real thing or not. But yeah, like, is that a like? So would you get offended? And somebody was like, if you paying for the date anyway, you ask her out, so which already means that you're gonna pay or whatever. And she like, damn, like, you paying for a date with a 50% off coupon or a buy one get one coupon?
I might be offended because it's like damn, I can't build up my credit. You don't know what I'm doing, or you ordered this, expensive ass meal, and it messed up my funds. So I don't want to mess with my funds till I get paid. So I'm gonna put it on a credit card. I'm gonna pay it off. What's the difference? Like, why is you in my pockets? You ain't paying for this anyway. Like,
we already ate the food. We already ate the food.
Offer, I'll pay the tip or something. But you just had to run your mouth about something. That lets me know that you're not for me.
We focus on the wrong things. Like, we ate the food and it's getting paid for it. Like, we don't got to dine and dash. So what are you waiting on?
See, like, okay, like, men are okay. Now I get it. Now men are self-conscious about things that affect their toxic masculinity,
like the motivo,
like our bravado, or just being a man or whatever. Like, if a woman try to affect that, then that's disrespect, I guess. Like, oh, you can't be like something like the video that we that you sent me the other day with the comedian from Cleveland, D Hawk, and this girl was mad that some dude did something, and he went to the door and seen he was. So he got to the door and seen dude was big as hell. He's like, huh? Came back to the car like, well, I told you.
Stop dressing like that. Yeah. I told you a long time ago. Why? And then it's like, you better go do something. Went back in the house like, look, man, I don't know why she keep dressing like that. I told her not to dress like that because that's what's gonna happen to her. Yeah. It wasn't like nothing crazy. I don't want y'all getting offended. It wasn't like she got raped and it was like it was because you how you wearing, how you dressing. It wasn't nothing like that. For people that didn't see the video, but it was just like she something happened and she was like, it was like getting into a fight or an argument at a bar. And then the woman like, oh, my dude will beat you up. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Like, I'm over here sipping my drink, sipping my your ad here. You know what I'm saying? And like, what? Don't bring me into this.
Like Kevin Hart, one of his stand-ups, he was saying that this girl did something. He had to fight somebody and got beat up. Yeah.
Right now, we both beat up or whatever. Yeah. That's funny. Let's see. So Angel said, oh, so one of her examples is Why don't you tuck in your shirt? She said, I don't know. I don't know if that equals the same as asking why a woman would wear her pants over her belly. I don't think that's the same. Well, I mean, if it's the style, then he will wear his shirt tucked in.
Like, yeah, I mean, people who wear their shirts tucked in for no reason get talked about. Well, they get clowned on.
But even without that, you still be like, I'm not wearing my shirt because this, or like this is the reason why I'm not tucking in my shirt. It don't look good or whatever. Like you won't be like, how dare you ask me why my shirt's not tucked in? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you wouldn't get offended by it. You just like, because I don't want to, or because this. Or
it's restrictive. Like having your shirt tucked in all day for no reason. Nah.
She said, so I think saying, why do you wear your pants over your belly seems negative or judgmental. How could it not be though? Like how could it? Like, is it the tone that makes it negative or judgmental? Is it the previous conversation? Like what? It has to be other factors because on its own it can't be straight negative.
But one perception of words is totally different. Because I mean, one perception of you saying, why are you wearing your pants over your belly? They don't think of why I'm wearing my pants over my belly. They're thinking belly. I got my pants over here.
Yeah, they think
belly. So you looking at my belly? Yeah. I got a belly. That's offensive to me. I'm mad.
Yeah, they connecting all type of other dots
that we ain't connecting at all. We
look like so. Angel, let me ask you this: How do you ask that same question without it being negative? Like how like what combination of words or whatever can you ask without that being a negative? You know what I'm saying? Like because either way, as far as I know, either way you'll be like, I'm like that offends me in some kind of way, so I'm gonna be upset about it or whatever. So how can you ask that question to find out information without it being offensive? Let us know because I want to know.
That's like a great question. I need to answer to that.
Angel said she would appreciate the frugalness of using coupons for like a first date, which is cool. She said especially if he was watching you dress and ask why do you wear your pants over your belly. So what? So it's better to ask when you're not. You know what I'm saying? Like what are the rules? Long story short, what I'm asking is, like, what are the rules?
But now that you know that it's not a good question to ask, but you still ask it.
Yes, because how do I find out? Like, how do I find out? Like, I would have to ask it and then just deal with the consequences. Because, like, how else do I find out? Like, should I ask? Would it be better to ask a stranger? Or would it be better to ask somebody you're talking to? Would it be better to ask a family member? Like how do you find out information? Should I ask Google? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like how do you find out information without asking?
Man, that's a good question.
Like how do you find out?
But you never know what somebody gonna take offensive. Like
that's 100% true thing.
Like, it's down there impossible.
It's 100% true.
Like I asked a woman, like, what was her race or something.
Yeah, offended by that?
It's kind of because I was unsure. Like I don't know. Like I can't. It was I don't know. Like you good. Like what? Like she went into this long spiel about some shit. Like I can't. It was so long ago. I can't remember. But I'm like, damn, I fucked that up.
You know who get the most offended by those questions? Like, what do you mix with, or like what is your ethnicity or background?
Oh.
Black women. Like, that's a black woman thing.
But they don't know. No one knows.
That's what I'm saying. Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, so you ask a white woman, they're like, oh, I'm Greek and Icelandic, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm this and I'm that, and or they're like, I don't know. Like, nigga, but I'm a mutt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure I got all type of stuff mixed in me. You know what I'm saying? You ask an Indian woman, I'm like, oh, I'm Hindu and whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like you ask a black woman that, like, I'm black and black. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm black mixed with black. And they say it so angrily. Like I don't know. Like, you look like you mixed with something else. Are you not? Like, no, I'm not. Like, well, cool then. Like, that's fine. Like, but you don't have to get mad. Like, it's just
Well, they could probably say that. Well, probably feel like, well, I'm a, you know, okay, black woman. Oh shit, I'm stuttering. Black woman, black woman been put down for like centuries just over being black. Black isn't good enough. Black isn't beautiful, and all this type of stuff. So when you ask a black woman,
What they mix
what they
with?
mix with, like, why I gotta be? I can't just be beautiful just being black.
The black women, but for the same reasons. And I don't want to. I'm not bashing black women, but for the same reasons that black women can wear their hair like the natural curls, or they can wear it straight, or they can wear it in ponytails. They can wear uh, wigs and all this other. Like they can wear literally every different style of hair, like to the point where like, oh, that's an Asian style. You know what I'm saying? That's an African style. That's a Pacific Islander style, like hairstyle. Like, so are you mixed with something? You know what I'm saying? Like, because the style that you're wearing is foreign.
Or like the texture of the hair or something. You think?
Right? Yeah, I mean, right. So you see and not saying I don't know. Like, I don't want to say just straight hair or whatever, but when you see black women with just different hairstyles or whatever, you like, well, damn, like, and it could be very well that you just like that culture, right? You like Asian culture, so you got your hair done up in Asian ways or whatever, and that just be it. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you don't know until you ask the question.
Mm-hmm.
So let me see.
But
go ahead.
At least some
black women just take it super offensive. You know what I'm saying? Like, which is fine. If it offends you, then fine. But I just know that of everybody, they take it more offensive than everybody. I just know that.
It just, I don't know, man. Like, it's hard to win. You can't win for losing.
That's true. And just say that shows you how far the crotch hangs down. If the high-waisted ones go under my belly, they weren't meant to be worn that way. But that's fine. Like, but I didn't know that until you tell me the information. Like, I don't know stuff until I learn it. And once I learn it, then I learn it. Like, I can pass on information or do whatever with it. Angel said, "That's how the manufacturer makes pants, and they fit every woman's body differently." Which is fine. I'm fine with that too. But
men don't wear women clothing.
So, like, it's all right. So how would I possibly know?
I ain't never asked that question.
So Ebony J said, she said, "Will say, are you mixed?" And Erica followed up with say, "A question I've been asked my entire life." No.
No what?
Like that's not more offensive.
Well, say, are you mixed or something?
Yeah.
I don't know. It depends on who you asking that question.
Right. That's why. I mean, so we've been general here, but to say like, are you mixed? Like, so if somebody went up to my sister, somebody went up to Ebony J and was like, are you mixed? I think on the surface people were like, oh, she black and light skinned black, or two light skinned people, and she's a light skinned black person, right? Mm-hmm. But she like some kind of Spanish, like Puerto Rican or something, and black. Mm-hmm. Like, but you wouldn't know, you know what I'm saying? So you went up and she not like this, but let's say she was sensitive or embracing her Puerto Rican side, and you walked up and just assumed that she was black and black. He's like, no, like I'm Spanish, like, you know what I'm saying? There's some kind of Spanish in me. Like then she was like, you know what I'm saying? Like then she got offended. Like, so I just think, I don't know. I just think that's also not a good way. I could be wrong because I don't know, because I am black and black. But I don't know.
You say you black and black.
Yeah, black. Black.
Yeah, I mean, being offensive is like, you don't know when you're being offensive to somebody. And of course, I'll say 9 times out of 10, you're not trying to hurt nobody's feelings.
You just want to know. Like, you asking a question to find out information, because that's how you find out information, by asking questions. Right. Go ahead. Go ahead.
But, I offended a young lady in my past for the question I asked before. She told me her back, she told me her back because I asked her, are you mixed or something? Because I couldn't tell. So she told me she was Italian and Indian. Her father was like from India or something. So I'm like, oh, okay. So, she telling me her like how her upbringing was, and telling me how strict her father was, and so, like I feel like I feel like I'm about to be offensive just to tell a story about something in my past. I think about it now. I'm like, yeah, that was offensive, but did I mean it like that at the time? No. But let me finish the story.
It's a story, man.
So something about her upbringing and stuff this and that, and I'm like, okay, this reminds me of somebody else I know who upbringing was just like this. So I asked her like, I'm like, are you like Muslim or something? That was it. That was the last time.
Was that time y'all had a conversation?
Yeah, for real. And then she hit me up like later, but I'm like, after she got over it was a long time. It was like I'm already like, I tried to talk to you and everything, but now you're trying to be cool again. But I'm like, I'm already in a relationship. So I tried to say, I'm sorry, which I really was. I was trying to offend you. I don't know you. I'm asking questions like.
So Erica said, she says, the question I'm going to ask my entire life, it doesn't offend me, I just get tired of answering it. But that's not really fair, though. Like, if you meet somebody new, if you start a new job and you meet a coworker, and they're like, damn, you got very nice long hair, are you mixed with something? You'll be mad, like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's your first day at a new place with new people, like, oh, I'm tired of answering this question. They're like, what? Like,
you just blow up?
Yeah, you just blow up, like, because you literally tired of answering the question, but they just asked you for the first time.
But it must be so prevalent when people see you, like,
yeah,
they must think, like, what is she? Like, I don't know how to approach her. Like, what is she?
So you at least should be like, oh, I get this all the time, or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I get it. And I'm not saying that Erica be blowing up on people, but it ain't really fair to be tired of answering it, because clearly it must be something that makes people want to ask you the question.
I never asked Erica that. Like, she just looked black to me. So it just depends on like.
That's what I'm saying.
It just depends on like certain people, I guess.
That's what I'm saying. So like in the case of Ebony J, if somebody was to ask her and she was like, "Oh, don't call me," you know what I'm saying, black, or like, you know what I'm saying, I'm mixed racist, then she wouldn't be wrong, you know what I'm saying? But then she don't look like she Puerto Rican, like got no Puerto Rican in her or whatever, so you just wouldn't know.
Right.
You wouldn't know. Angel said it sometimes is what you say, or it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
True.
But you asking a question. Like how can you ask a question and
what are you mixed with? Like, like they'll be like, what do you mean? But then you could be like, like you. I don't even know how to.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Like your hair, it's in. But okay, let's say if I was white.
So
and I said your hair is straight.
You ask the questions. You ask the questions, and I'll be the reaction. I'll be how it could react.
Okay.
All right.
No, I'm asking the question.
Yes. Like, or you make the statement like, your hair is whatever. So, you could be mixed with something or whatever. Like this, but you do the descriptives. Like what is the descriptive?
Hey, Ebony, I noticed you got a little chunk in the trunk. Are you fully black, or you got something else in you? I don't know.
Oh. Oh, just because I'm black, man, I gotta have a fat ass? You know what I'm saying? Just because I'm black, I gotta have a fat ass? Like, is that automatic? You know what I'm saying? All black women don't got fat asses. That's a bad stereotype. That's a stigma.
They got one or the other.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
That's a stigma. You know what I'm saying? Don't make it. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Ebony, your hair is just so. I didn't. You always wear your hair up. I didn't notice your hair was that long. Are you mixed with anything, or?
It is all bad.
That's what I'm saying. no, black people can't have straight hair. Like, you know what I'm saying? Black people can't have long hair or whatever. Like it's like how do you ask? Like, how do you ask the questions? Because so the title of this is Double Jeopardy, because if a woman asks to do anything and he got offended by it, y'all would chew that nigga, like chew him out to the point where you like, you know, say, well, you ain't have to yell at me. You ain't had to get so defensive. Like, you ain't have to do this. Like, but it's okay for women to get upset about all of that.
But you can't but you can't tell somebody what they can and cannot get mad at. If they feel offended, they feel mad. Like you can't really say nothing at all. If they get mad, something you said, that's them getting mad.
You know what I'm saying? So
nothing you can do about that.
So you just walk off like, you guess I hurt her feelings. Just walk away.
I mean, you just try to be compassionate to that person's feelings, because when you like a person like me, like nigga, if I come into a new group of people I don't know, and you know, I'm not just sitting here smiling all day, so I'll come up and be like, you know, what are you mixed with? Like, are you
with a straight face, which is your normal face. Your normal face.
Then automatically they think I'm mean.
Did you attacking them, or did you? Yeah.
And now I'm saying something offensive. It's over for me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So let me see. So Emily said. So wait. So Andrew said. I'm gonna go to Andrew's first. He said. Then you have people like me that buy DNA kits hoping for something interesting. My dad said we were Heinz 57. Turns out I'm just white. Heinz 57 means. What does that mean? Like, you don't know what's in it? That means you're a little bit of everything? It means you ketchup? Was your dad saying that y'all red people? You Heinz 57? Turns out she's just white. She said our role playing is hilarious, which it is. Erica said Ebony, so let's get the Ebony comment. Ebony said, well, what if people ask you, are you adopted? And then Erica followed up with saying, Ebony, they asked my sister that because she's darker. She is adopted. I think that's rude. They asked her because she is darker. She is adopted, and I think that's rude. And Angel followed up and said, I think that's rude. And Angel said Heinz 57 means varieties.
Never heard of that one.
It's ketchup though, right?
It would be a Pittsburgh term or something.
Yeah, go back to Pittsburgh.
Never heard of it.
Go back to Pittsburgh. Anyway, so first off, as a person that's not adopted, I think, then
you know, black parents would be like, you adopt this, like every moment of the day.
They just say it.
Yeah.
Like, go back to your real family. They just say hurtful stuff. So I can't say if it's offensive or not. So if you see a picture of me and my sister, me and Ebony, and then the rest of my family, you be like, oh, Ebony adopted. Like, clearly she's not actually part of this family. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like, it's kind of rude, right? It's kind of rude.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, like, how else do you find out though? Like, if that's something that you're curious about, or let's say you start a relationship with Erica's sister, with Ashley, and you know, and then you look at it, like, you know, something
like come to the family Thanksgiving dinner, and you look around like, what's going on here?
Right. So like, so Erica, I agree with you that it in situations that it is rude. Like, if it's a stranger, you know what I'm saying? But if it's like something that's more intimate, like, how do you ask to find out? Like, because it is a sensitive subject. Like, but so how do you go about it? Or what do you think would be a better way to go about it than asking, are you adopted? Which is just another thing where I think if a woman was asked to do that, like, and he got offended by it, like, oh, you soft. Like, it's like, why are you getting offended by that? Either that, or this is what guys, meaning us, think that guys would feel being asked these questions about women. So meaning that we're putting our perspective on women that's asking these questions. Because some women might be sensitive to the subject.
Yeah. I
You know
mean,
what I'm saying?
like perspective is different. As a man, I mean, as men, like we're more, tougher or whatever, and that's how our thing is. So we have no like feelings towards like saying stuff to somebody who that might hurt them, even though we may not mean it, but we just say, what we say, and then, you know, if you get upset, but then we don't understand why you're upset.
Right, because
Cause we don't. I was just asking because I don't know, or that's how I felt about this, but you feel certain, but like it was just wired differently.
Man, we might have to change the subject. I kind of want to talk about this because, so Angel said people have asked the same thing of siblings just because they have different hair colors. Ebony J said, "Well, when you're a kid, it's hurtful." I can understand that, especially being a kid. Everything is hurtful because you don't have any point of reference for whatever's going on.
This is funny.
Hilarious. So yeah, so and everything hurts when you're a kid because you have no point of reference. I agree. So for anybody to ask that to a kid, that is rude and disrespectful, borderline. Andrew said, just because you are curious, maybe it's not appropriate to ask until you are closer with someone. Erica said, you don't ask that at all. You allow people to tell you these things.
Yeah, adopted.
Yeah.
I mean, let's say they little, their parents divorced. This somebody new come in with their family. For real. It took a long time before I knew that Mo Jr. and Demita wasn't like your real sister. I didn't know.
So wait a minute. So Erica said,
you know what I'm saying? You don't. Like sometimes, but some people, look drastically different. You know what I'm saying?
So you just.
So it's like
if somebody just ignore it. Like so, you just don't say anything about it. Look. I don't
know. It just depends on it. Like you gonna figure it out. You pay attention.
That's what I'm saying. Like so.
You be like, oh, you can say something like, oh yeah, your father said that's not my father. Then that's how you gonna find out.
I know, but like so what? So you just wait up. So as you Erica, I get what you're saying. I really do, and I'm being sensitive to the subject as well. Like I'm the person that said I couldn't play with my sister because she was light skinned and I thought she was white when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I get it to that extent, but like you just wait it out, so you just ignore, or you just don't speak on something that you see. Like I don't know. People is agreeing with her, and I don't disagree with you, but like so like when people be gay and they come out to their family as gay or whatever, and people be like, oh, I had like I thought you were, you know what I'm saying, but like I didn't know until you confirmed it or whatever. Like, so does that mean you're not supposed to be like, hey,
I thought you all like, people. I knew you was gonna be gay when you was younger. That's that's what people say.
But that's what I'm saying. So you never
is that offensive?
So you're not supposed to ask them like, hey, I see you do this and it's super feminine, or I see you do this and it's super masculine, or whatever. Like whatever the times is, like, you're not supposed to say like, hey, do you like the same sex? Like is that offensive? Even as a kid or whatever. Like is that bad too?
But what happened if they didn't realize it yet at that point? Like they, looking.
So
looking like they might be, gay, but they probably don't know it yet. Then when they get older, they realize it. But then I don't know. I ain't.
But that's not. So
you know what I'm saying? Some people say like coming out or whatever is a big thing, in that community because I guess it takes a lot of courage to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't know.
So I just don't know if so you're just not supposed to say anything about it at all. Like so, but even if it's right there in your face and you're like, well, this and that, and then so as far as what you just said, like that might help some kids that's confused and they don't know, and you're like, well, maybe you're not, you know what I'm saying, or all the trans stuff that's going on today, like, well, maybe you if you look at it from this different point of view, then whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or if you like you don't feel comfortable because you're trying to force yourself to like guys, but you really like women or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like
just
so,
to please other people or whatever.
right? Or that's what you see.
Or be like, no, I can't be this way. I'm supposed to. Because society says I'm supposed to like opposite sex or whatever.
So right, so that's what I'm saying. So if it's something like that, like you shouldn't say nothing either. Like, but adoption, I get that it's a sensitive thing. And first off, let me say this: I'm not saying that you lead with, "Hey, are you adopted?" Because I see the rest of your family. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying like, so you just wait as long as it takes for that person to come out and say, "Hey, I'm adopted," or like until they feel comfortable enough with you.
But it also depends on the person. You know what I'm saying?
So let me see. So ePIFFany J said
some kids don't even know they adopted till
they get older too. That was true. Let me see. So ePIFFany J said, because it's not everybody's business. Some stuff are secrets, but it's not everybody's business. I agree with that. Angel said it is rude. ePIFFany J said for us, we don't do the step thing. Like so, like, you family or you ain't family. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just how I go. So and I think that would go as far as adopted or step kids or whatever it is. Like you family or you ain't. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely dig that. But I just don't know. Like so Angel said it's rude. Like so is it just rude forever? Like so is it never so according to Erica, and Erica, I hope you're still in here because I don't want to put words in your mouth. Like so if it take until the wedding night, the night before the wedding, the bachelor party night, you like, by the way, I'm adopted, or however it comes out. Like that's supposed to be fine. You're supposed to be like, I knew all along. Like what do you say?
You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know all along, and that's it. Like how are you supposed to know? Like that's impossible. But as far as like having different parents, like
then like your siblings and stuff, like
yeah, like siblings came from a from the other side.
And look, and maybe it's not as far as adoption, but maybe y'all just got a different dad, you know what I'm saying, or a different mom, so y'all futures look drastically different, but that's still your sister or whatever. Like, so that's something you also should speak on. Like, damn, like you got it's three of y'all, and two of y'all look exactly alike. You know what I'm saying? Look exactly like your mom or your dad or whatever, and the third one kind of looks like y'all, but like not as much as like the other two. So then, do you just be like? Do you just ignore it? Like, I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not saying you leave with these questions like, hey, you got a different dad? You know what I'm saying? Or, hey, man, your mom got to be somebody else. Like, you know what I'm saying? Your mom can't be your mom.
But then what if it's not? What if it is their mom and their dad, but they still looking different?
Well, then you just like, well, I mean, it's hurtful then, because then it's like, well, that could be something that she dealt with her entire life, you know what I'm saying? Or just like adoption, where they do got the same parents, but somehow they still just look, different than the other ones. And like, but I'm also not ignoring the fact. Like, I'm also not ignoring the fact that you look different. It's like when white people are like, "Oh, I don't see color." What do you mean? Mm-hmm. Like, you have eyes. What do you mean you don't see color? Like, what do you mean? Like, so you don't see me as an individual? Like, you don't see me as something different? That's also not cool.
Instead of saying I don't see color, you should say like I'm not racist. I see that other people that look like me are, or some shit. Something. For you not to see color, like you see it. I see that you're white and you cool, and I see that this person white
and they're not cool,
and that not cool, or something like.
Right, but to say that I don't see color is just kind of disingenuous. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. So Eric, let me jump back to the comments. So Erica said, right, me and Ashley has different dads, but for someone to say, "Oh, you adopted," is hurtful. I can get that. If you go straight to adoption and not like a different parent or whatever, then that's kind of ridiculous. Like I can completely get behind that. I agree. Your mom said it's such thing as etiquette. I agree with that.
But not everybody is taught the same etiquette.
Well, just like common sense ain't common, right? But it's just like, all right, so everybody's taught etiquette, but how long? Like, do you ignore it? Like, so my new question is, do you just ignore it forever? Like, how long do you wait before you actually say something? And I'm not saying this is how you lead. It's not no first date. Like, oh, so you got different parents. But like, how long do you wait, or do you just wait for, or do you guys feel that you just wait forever until the person is comfortable enough to talk about like what the actual situation is?
Yeah.
Like, is that the etiquette? Like,
well, but you don't know if they're comfortable to talk about it. But just to know that to first get a relationship with them before you start asking serious questions, because they don't know you.
I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't when you meet somebody, say you're in a dating world, when you meet somebody, like, you can't automatically ask them certain stuff because you down there still a stranger. Get more, comfortable, get to know you, so they can get to know your personality, to know y'all start having a serious conversation about, the past and growing up or something. And, then probably in that conversation, you find out, like, okay, what things they went through and what could have hurt them. Let's say that, their parents had a divorce and that really hurt them, but then you coming out asking, like, like, oh, are you adopted, or is that your father? Because y'all don't look like that. Like, he black. Like, what's up? What happened? And they get mad because they, the divorce really hurt them.
Right. That's what.
But then when you get to know somebody, you just don't. That'll come out eventually. Instead of you just being rude and talking about serious stuff, and they don't know you.
So all right. So maybe I'm wrong then. Maybe I'm wrong with saying that you should ask questions to find out information, because I'm sure there's some questions that are offensive or some questions that are not or that can be perceived as rude, you know what I'm saying, or unacceptable or whatever, even if that's not how you meant it, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm a big proponent of like somebody say something and then like, you know what I'm saying, so what you say hurt somebody, was hurtful or rude, like the Cavs coach calling the players thugs this past week.
He said he meant to say slugs.
He said he meant to say something else.
But they heard thugs.
Right. So they got offended by something that he said. And I'm like, I don't care how you meant it. Like, you said something that offended people, and you should be held accountable for that, right?
But again, we go back to what I was talking about earlier in this episode, is that men, from birth are conditioned to be hard, and hard meaning like tough. And Charles Barkley said, if the Cavs players were offended by that, then they don't even need to be in the NBA.
Because there's so much worse stuff that go on.
So is that a double standard?
I think
some of the players were offended, some weren't. He came and apologized, but they say he shouldn't apologize because he wasn't trying to.
Yeah.
What he say? No, they shouldn't be in the NBA, or the coach shouldn't be in the, something to that effect.
The player, like, this.
Okay, if that offended you.
This is what offends you.
Yeah.
You don't got no hope for the rest of the NBA.
Yeah. Right. So I mean.
So all I'm saying. You
should want to be some thugs, he said.
All I'm saying is you can't, like, you're going to say stuff that's going to offend people, and then you can't be like, oh, just like, I'm not wrong because what I said I didn't mean to offend people. Like, you still at fault, right? That's how I feel about it. Mm-hmm. So I can agree and understand that when people ask those questions, that it can come off as rude, even if they're not trying to be rude, but it is rude to them, to the people that they ask, because they feel like it's rude. Now, I can get that completely, but I just want to know, how long do you wait? And so your mom said, she said the right time, you just have to wait. And okay, I'm with that. So let me see.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I just want to say, so is it a double standard for men to be offended by stuff when we're supposed to be tough?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking.
Yes, fuck, man. Look, double standards are in everything, and men you just can't acknowledge it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because you've been brought up to believe that it's weak, and even as you get older, you understand that it's not weak to show weaknesses, but it's still like a part of your DNA where you like, that's a double standard. But I'm not gonna call it out because that would the perception would be whining about it, or the perception would be X or no. You know what I'm saying? So you end up not saying nothing about it at all.
Like, those it's some page on like Instagram that like do like real facts. Like, every post is like a real fact or something. Can't remember, I don't know, the wife follow him or whatever. But anyways, they said
We get some of that your ad here though.
they said if you're a strong person and you never cry anything, but you cry when you when you watch a sad movie, it mean that you're what they say, like a strong person and you have feelings or something, like something like that.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. They said if you don't cry at anything except when you watch a sad movie. It's
Does that mean you're a strong person?
No, it's like you show compassion or like something like that. Like you're.
Sounds like we need to get our resident psychologist on this.
I don't know.
See, I like, and I believe I don't know, like, because I believe, like, clearly we believe as many shows we've done and conversations, like I understand, just like Andrew said in the comments, that men don't always have to be tough. Yes, we know that clearly that's the truth, but you got to understand that, and it might be different for this generation where people are raised to be, where guys, males are raised to be more emotional, more into their feelings and mental health and all this stuff. But coming up in our time, the 80s, 90s, like, it was none of that.
Like if you were soft, people would want to fight you more.
Yeah, it's like, nigga, just because it's an easy dub, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll fight him because that's an easy dub, and then I just add another notch on, you know what I'm saying, on the record, and I just keep moving. So let me see. So Erica said, the way DNA is set up is two dark people can have a light bright baby, or two light people can have a dark baby. You can't just assume things. Just allow people to tell you their stories.
Yeah, I'm with that. That is true. Look, a lot of them, when they're comfortable and ready.
I'm with that. So a better way. So a better way to say it would be, hey, are you adopted? Clearly, because that would be wild. Or, hey, you got a different parent than the rest of your sisters. So you should say something like, hey, tell me your story, like tell me your life story, or just tell me more about you. All right, you guys won me over. I'm officially converted. I'm with you 100%. You should just wait, and you should just ask questions and let them feel comfortable to telling you. Like, so you like tell me your life story, and they say everything but leave out that, then clearly they're not comfortable enough to tell you that, and you just have to wait it out. You won. Erica, you won me over with your last comment for sure.
So, yeah. And I'm just gonna take a quick break to let everybody know to go on your phones, whether you have an Android or a Apple product, Apple iPad, Apple phone, iMac, whatever. Go on there, check out our shows on there on the podcast. You can exit out, listen while you texting, clean while you listen to our show. Stay on. You know what I'm saying? As far as the Facebook, you gotta keep watching. You leave, you come back. It gets annoying because you can't do nothing because you're not gonna sit with the phone in your hand for an hour. Thank you to who do sit here with the phone in your hour, but I don't know how y'all do it. But check us out in the morning or right after the show. It'll be on there. So
we appreciate it. So even if y'all watched it live, y'all want to rewatch it at lunchtime because y'all bored. Office time be slow. Our Friday afternoons be just something to make your time go by. We appreciate y'all.
And check out Conversation with Ebony J as well.
Yeah, she get her new show. We'll be having her podcast up coming soon as well. So yeah, just much appreciated to the support of y'all because we do this for y'all, man. The conversations are amazing. Let's jump back to the comments real quick. So my mother Yolanda said, "This is like my kids, too dark, too light. So who's adopted or stuff?" Exactly. So you don't know. So
I was confused when I found
out. So you just waited out, and then you just found out later. I'm cool with that. So your mom asks, when was the last time that I cried? Same question for you, Byron.
The question was posed to you first. You go first.
The last time I cried.
We cried.
The last time it was either The last time I cried was when me and my ex broke up. Was the last time I like boo-hooed by myself, by the way. Like in my car downtown, you know what I'm saying? In the dark parking garage with no other cars around. Boo-hooed. Boo-hooed, like head, like, you know what I'm saying, face and palm. You know what I'm saying? Boo-hooed. That was the last time I cried. And outside or in addition to that, it's like, so my grandmother passed, and like I still haven't cried from that.
Mm-hmm.
And so every time I think about it, I mean, it be tear ducts be like be knocking, like, hey, hey, we ready.
Snap it, you know.
Not like
if you blink, a tear.
Yeah, because we just look at the sky like, nope, I'm not gonna do it. So when I think about my grandmother, I want to cry, but I don't.
Mm-hmm.
But the last time I actually boo-hooed was over my ex. Oh, this is a while ago, 2016 maybe. 2016, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Like the spring of 2016, before the Cavs won a championship. What about you?
Mm-hmm.
Last night, really?
No.
What was that about?
Let me see. I'll say 2 weeks ago when I was watching Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood movie.
That's funny.
Hey, that movie good as hell.
What was the part in the movie? What was the part?
Well, all right. So the movie is based on this article that this reporter wrote about Mr. Rogers, and the reporter dude, you know, was having a whole bunch of problems, and Mr. Rogers fixed that shit.
Right. I didn't say tell the people the movie. I said focus on the movie. Like, what was the so when he fixed it, like that was that the part? Was it like what the guy did with the information he got from Mr. Rogers?
I know the part, but it just left my mind right now.
Yeah, whatever.
But it wasn't like boo-hooing, you know.
I had
like,
your dad call you after the show.
Well, it wasn't like no boo-hooing, boo-hooing crying. I was like, damn, that's a sad shit right there.
Bart called you after the show. Angel said, "You haven't cried since." Yes, I know it was definitely 2016, second quarter, but before the Cavs won the championship. Like very like it was like a 3-month window before June of 16, and so I want to say between April and June of 16.
Now, is Tears of Joy different?
I think so. Yeah, I think she's talking about like being in touch with your emotional side.
Well, I dropped Tears of Joy
at the championship.
Not that night, but you know, driving to work, I put on the radio. And I know you probably heard it too, but the dude called in and was like, you know, I was just watching this, and I've been waiting so long for this to happen. I'm like, man.
I don't think I heard that, but that would have been right. If I would have heard it, I probably would have broke down.
It was like just happiness, like
that whole day, the championship. Like I couldn't, you couldn't pay me to put my chin down. My chin was so high in the hair the whole time. Like I refused to look down. I was on the train, like you know what I'm saying? Like you don't even know. Like I'm just so jaded right now. Like nothing means nothing to me at that point.
It's great feeling. Parade, great feeling. Horrible, the worst put on parade ever, but it was still raw at the same time.
That's funny. Let me see. So Angel said, so my mom said, why not what? Why I can't cry over Granny? What are you talking about? Let me know. Angel said, I worry about you. No. We can, but no, we don't have to.
I mean, like we can go back to plenty of episodes. We got so many episodes we can relate.
We can relate
back to.
Yeah.
Be sure to check them out. But check out our trauma series. What was like 2-3 months ago.
Yeah.
Back in the trauma series,
Yeah, really real.
it'd be hard to
You listen to some of those.
hard to find an outlet to let stuff out.
Yeah, man, for sure. Erica said, I think I cry every day. LOL. Men can't say they cried years ago. What do you mean? You think I'm lying? I promise I'm not. Men cannot say they cried years ago. I don't think they can. It's true.
But she said I still didn't answer. I did.
So a good cry is healthy. Cleanse your soul. Stop holding it in. Still didn't answer. Byron.
I did answer. What you talking about?
She said, yeah, he said Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, Mr. Rogers Neighborhood.
Was the last time watching that movie. No, look, and as bad or whatever as it sounds, like, so after I cried over my ex, like, I felt better, right? I felt better. I don't really know in what way, but just overall, I felt better, right? But there was just so much emotion, and I let it out or whatever, and then I just felt better overall. You know what I'm saying? Like the next couple of days will be better or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it'll be the same thing with my grandmother. To answer my mother's question, why I have not. I don't know. I don't know, man. Like, because crying is something that I haven't done a lot of. Like, I remember being like, so my dad died when I was 5, right? And I remember like standing over his casket, like looking down at nigga body, and even at 5, like I remember like feeling the tears start to swell up, but like something was telling like, don't let those tears fall. Don't you do it, right? Now I don't know what it was, and this is at 5, right? So I don't know. Like, I don't know what it was. But it was like, just don't do it. Like, so I think I wiped my eyes or whatever. But even like, it's like, I don't know. Like, so long story. Well, I'll say that to say that I don't have a bunch of experience with just crying, right? Just letting it out, boo-hooing and whatever, to the point where, like, I don't know. Like, I'm kind of nervous at how like a genuine cry for like losing my grandmother would feel, and like the way that she declined and how everything happened. Like, I think I'm genuinely nervous about how I would react or what kind of cry it would be. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I haven't done it. Like, that's what I think, if I'm being honest. Like, I know that at the end of it, I'll feel better, but during it, like, it'll be tough, man. Like, tough.
Your mother said, did I mean it? I don't think I meant to pin this. Let me unpin it. But your mother said, your ex and not your grandmother? That's how I imagine she said it.
Yes. I just told you why, though. I just told you why. Like, because even that situation was more like, nigga, like, I had it all figured out, and now it's not figured out. And my entire future was mentally paved, and that went away. Right? So, like, but when it's your grandmother, like, you know, like, eventually, like, everybody got to go, right? So I ain't saying that you're not hurt when it happens, but you know mentally that your grandmother's older than you. Chances are she'll die before you. Your parents are older than you. Chances are they will die before you. Like, so I can kind of rationalize that, right? No matter how hurtful it is, I can rationalize that. But like when your life path changed, like, I don't care if you feel like you're gonna be a D1 athlete and you break your knee, break your knee. It's not even a thing. You break your ankle or you tear whatever. Like, mentally, you're like, what? Like, what am I gonna do? Like, you know what I'm saying? You break down. She's like, I had everything was planned. I had it set. Like, these are my steps for the rest of my life, and now it's gone. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how it worked for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? That it was gone like that, and I'm like, damn. Like, what? So now, what is my purpose? Right? Like, I don't know. I know what my purpose is. Like, I kind of go back to square one or -1, trying to figure out. And again, where when it's like your grandparent or somebody older than you, you kind of like, I understand that this is going to happen. It's just a matter of when. Or you can kind of put it into perspective. Not only to mention, or not to mention that when my grandmother did pass, like the time leading up to it, Like we kind of got super close. I was able to talk to her about some stuff that I hadn't when I was younger and stuff. Like so, kind of get the closure before it even happened and all this stuff. So, where with your ex, like you don't always get that. Like so, you just kind of live. You just left floating, kind of. You know what I'm saying? With no super purpose.
Yeah, but a relationship is
because it can just kind of be like abrupt. I mean, like people die, abrupt too, but you just kind of know, like chances are the older person is going to die before I do it, and that's why it hurt double more when you're a parent. I'm assuming, I don't know, when you're a parent and you lose a kid or something like that because you're like, damn, like my kid's supposed to bury me or like whatever it says in the movies. I don't know.
That's like all right, like here's my opinion. I think a relationship cry or you sad about it, like your heart, like you was in love. I love this person. Y'all had plans. You thought in your mind, y'all was gonna be together forever. Then that happened. Like it's just like mind blowing or whatever, right? But then as far as like a loved one, parent, grandparent died or whatever, I ain't have no parents that died, but I'm just gonna say grandparent that died. It's more like it's weird. It's like you can't believe it. Like you're in shock, more so shock. Like you don't know how to feel about it. It's like you know how to feel about getting your heart broke, but it's losing someone that you'll never see again, never talk to again. It's like you don't know how to react to that.
So you feel like losing like a parent or a grandparent or something like that would be more like mental, like I can't believe it, like I can't believe that they're gone. Where like a heartbreak is like a heartbreak. It's the same, but it's kind of two different things. Like one is more mental, and the other is kind of more physical. Like, is that what you think?
Which one is the mental and physical to you?
So mental would be like your family, so like grandparents, parents, all that stuff, and then heartbreak would be heart because when you get like first love heartbreak or something, it's physical. Like you be physically sick, like you know what I'm saying. You be like ready to throw up. You know what I'm saying? Like it's physically like I'm sick right now. Like, I can't believe it.
Like that only happens like a relationship breakups. Like wow, like, what I'm gonna do?
Yeah, exactly.
Come back strong, But like you can't come back strong after a loved one passed away. Like it's weird. I don't know.
It's like a permanent part of you is no longer there, right? Mm-hmm. So it's I don't know. But thanks.
Yeah, but some people grieve differently. But
right. Thanks to my mom for bringing on the show. I appreciate you.
It hurt. It's a way different hurt than a relationship.
Right.
Like, I don't know how to explain it.
Thanks. If y'all want to, thank Yolanda for bringing the show down to something sad and non-jovial. Erica said, women just watch movies to get a good cry. You know what? I believe that, man. I believe that for sure. That's why
hold on, I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
But I can't remember what it's called, but it's this movie with the guy and the girl, they in love. He died, but he wrote all these letters and they kept coming.
He told her, or something?
No, it ain't that one, but he told her to go back to his homeland.
Check the mailbox or something.
And she ended up falling in love or sleeping with his best friend. And all these letters just take her like everywhere or something.
Oh, no, I don't know.
But that gets them every time. Harder gets women every time.
I thought women like the Notebook. There was white women that like the Notebook.
Like the Notebook, they just died in each other's arms at the end. I just remember the nigga was like smoking a cigar on the porch, and he was looking like high as hell, geek. I'm like, man.
My mom said not to Erica, which I think is not true. Women do watch movies just to cry, and they can blame it on the movie, but they really be going through something inside that they don't want to share. But they're like, no, the movie's just so sad, and his love for her but really be something else completely. That's what I think. Andrew said, or we just hold it in and explode over something silly. Look, that happens so often. Like, I really think that's why people need a release, because it'll be like you'll be feeling something, whatever, and then it can come out two ways. So you feeling super emotional, women, I'm assuming for the most part, feeling super emotional, and then And then they get a nice hug or something, right? Just something innocent, whatever, but a nice hug where it's like they feel safe or secure for a moment, and then then they explode as in like I want to say give me another hug, but then you just like then they start crying, right? They get a nice hug, like by a friend or even a stranger sometimes or whatever. Then they just start crying because like they had a moment of safety or security or whatever. Like a hug, hugs can do that or whatever. So I think, or they going through something they don't tell you, they hold it in. They're like, damn, I thought you said you gonna cook dinner tonight. And they're like, fuck dinner, like you know what I'm saying, like I hate cooking dinner. They said then they explode into something negative, and nigga like, no, like we talked earlier, and you literally said you was gonna cook dinner earlier, and I just thought you was gonna cook dinner. Why do I always just cook dinner? Like you said you was gonna do it, like or whatever, like just to explode in a completely crazy way. My mom said, "What's in that cup? In this cup is your ad here, and if you would like your ad here to be in my cup,
like go to your local state store and purchase your ad here. It's the best when I don't know.
It's the best when you're doing these shows and podcasts.
Yeah, it goes the best with watching the show, creating the show, just your daily life except driving.
Everything except driving. When you're at home or the studio, it's much fun to have your ad here in your cup. Thanks for asking. Erica said some women will sit there and watch Lifetime just to get a good cry. Erica, I agree with you, man. Some women might not agree with it or might not admit it, but I completely believe it.
A lot of R. Kelly 1 and 2.
Yeah, just sitting there crying, like listening to the sad stories.
Like this, I don't even want to talk. Like next, I don't even want to talk about this sick man.
I don't want to talk about cows either. Your mom said,
"Hey, hold on. I do want to say one thing because it's relative to what we're saying now. Like when it comes to women and what he was doing, sick pedophile stuff. Everybody knew about it, but everybody was laughing. At the Chappelle stuff, it was a joke. But now was it because he was found not guilty the first time, where niggas like, oh well, or was it like, even though niggas knew he still did that, that's his face, like. Or he just swept it under the rug. But then, a couple of years ago when he got accused again, and the girls went on TV like, we're fine, we're good. Then you were like, nah, he just doing, he smartened up because that's Kel. He made step in the name of love.
So what you mean? What you mean as far as double standards? What do you mean?
Yeah, double standards, like you don't. But since he's a celebrity, you can't do no wrong. Like if a nigga put in pop commercials and been on the most wholesome show ever, like a nigga can't be a predator.
Well, clearly that's not the case. Shit. I don't know.
The
R. Kelly situation is always weird to me, especially I'm gonna say black people just because that's who I was around when I was younger. When they was loving R. Kelly when he was making them hits, what I'm saying, no matter what, even though everybody, oh no, he talked to he talked to Aaliyah, blah blah blah. But nobody bat an eye to it, what I'm saying? Nobody said nothing.
2019 he got charged. Like, that's crazy, right?
We don't listen to R. Kelly. Nigga, what are you talking about? Like everybody in my family knew that he was talking to Aaliyah or he was doing some weird stuff, but that don't mean y'all wasn't stepping in the name of love. That don't mean y'all wasn't listening to the Chocolate Factory. You know what I'm saying, or TP3 Reloaded or whatever. Like, what I'm saying, like y'all was doing that. You know what I'm saying, like faithfully. Y'all learned the line dances and all that, and nobody said nothing.
At the cookouts, man.
You know what I'm saying, nigga. You put on the Kels today, and people have a heart. Like they come, you see it on their face, like I can't stand R. Kelly, but nigga foot be tapping. Like, you know what I'm saying, like I can't stand him,
mate. Like. You know how Kobe went through his thing when he was going. He can't. He was proved innocent when the girl said that he tried to rape her or whatever, but no, it was consensual. And he took it out on the on the court. Like R. Kelly went to the booth and made classics and made people forget.
Hits Factory made made you forget. So I don't know. I don't know. Wait, we gotta jump in the comments because clearly they want to talk about R. Kelly. So Andrew said, speaking for myself, sometimes the death can push you towards, or can push you to come back stronger, to live a great life in honor of them. I completely agree. It's all about perspective and how you choose to honor that person one way or the other. My mom said, I am so sorry. I don't know what you're saying that for. Let me know.
Oh no, when you said that she brought down the mood of the show.
Oh no, don't feel sorry like that. And then Erica said, "This Is Us." Is that a movie? This Is Us.
It could be. I don't know if it was
This
a
Is
movie.
Us. Erica,
You know
I feel like that's a movie. Erica, this is. She put it in quotes like it's a title. This Is Us. It sounds familiar.
American comedy drama series.
It's a Tyler Perry movie.
I don't know. Oh, the movie that she was talking about, I was talking about, it's called This Is Us. Okay.
Oh, okay. I got you.
I think,
that sounds like a movie.
I don't know. No, it's a TV show. I'm tripping. No, it's a TV show. It's about somebody and their wife, so it's drama, comedy, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You know, stuff that make you cry.
The standard stuff. Oh, okay. Oh, that's probably what she's talking about. That's what Erica watched when she wanted to cry.
No, Erica asked, do you still listen to R. Kelly? No, I don't have no urge to throw on R. Kelly. Like, I was playing R&B, like a whole bunch of R&B tracks.
Hey.
Like, you know, he'd just perfectly fit in, but it was like, nah.
Can't even do it.
I ain't gonna throw him in. I'm gonna have to put on some other people.
So my mom had a hilarious comment. She said, "We like R. Kelly, not Robert," which is hilarious.
It's the same person.
Yeah, don't. That's a good. That's a better question. So, are y'all able to separate the person from the art? And I'm assuming if people to say that they don't listen, that means you are not able to separate. If you just adding up the art by itself, R. Kelly's down there untouchable, right?
But the art was, you know, my mind telling me no, but my body is telling me yes. That's him.
I mean, that's some of the art for sure.
Like, that's him. Like, he's talking about himself.
Look, he said on the song, and everybody like, so.
I don't want to hurt nobody.
Yeah.
But I must confess.
Yeah, and everybody was like, play it again. Play the Kales. Play the Kales again.
Man, that dude is sick. Like, sick.
I'm just saying, man.
Sick. But everybody knew, but.
So what Erica said is good music, or I'm sorry, Angela said it's good music. My mom said she am. So that means I am still listening to Robert. And so, Erica, what are you doing since you asked the question? Are you still listening to Kales,
right.
Robert Kelly?
Or you gonna have to stop listening to Michael Jackson, some of his songs. What's the song?
Well,
Wilson.
Michael Jackson was never found guilty though, ever, not one time.
No. R. Kelly wrote.
Oh, some of the songs.
Yeah.
Nigga, look. So I was never a huge R. Kelly fan like that, right? I would listen to some of the hits, right? But I was never like, some people can listen to the music like, right? I couldn't do that. I was never like a super R&B person. But so cutting him off, because I'll answer, I don't really listen. The music just don't feel the same.
Mm-hmm.
And I also stopped listening to Kanye West. And nigga, they made some hits. Like, not together, or I don't know if they made something together now.
The other day because I'm like, damn, man, that was a great time.
I just can't listen to Kanye West. I just can't do it, man.
No, I listened to him and I'm like, how did you get here? Like, how did you come from making like graduation and college dropout to riding a horse in church and falling off? Like, how did you get to that point? Like, I really don't like how.
Look, that's what I'm saying. Like, I just can't. I can't listen to Kanye. But when I go back and listen, the only Kanye album I can listen to is 808s, and it was tons of auto songs. You barely know it's him. That's how I rationalize myself. Like, we listen to stuff like, you know, late registration, the college dropout, all this stuff. And I'm like, how? Like, how is this the same person? Like, how is this possible? Yeah, unless this is a fake person just to get on and blah blah blah, build his fan base. But I can't do it, and because of that, you know how much music, like on my playlist or whatever, I had to like cut out. Like, you know how many songs Kanye West is on?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like hits. You know how many Beyonce songs and Jay-Z songs that Kanye West is on or producing?
Like,
and I gotta I can't listen to it.
Like Kanye West was inspirational for me.
That's what I'm saying.
And I was like, damn, like I don't know, man.
I just can't. I also can't listen. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, so I would be hypocritical if I still listen to R. Kelly but didn't listen to Kanye, because that's saying I can separate the art for one person, meaning R. Kelly, even though all the stuff he did was wild, but he made good music, and I wouldn't be able to do the same thing for Kanye West just because he messed with Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm.
So I just got to cut them both off. It pains me because Kanye.
How you feel about Home Alone? How you feel about Home Alone 2? That's one of my
my
classic Christmas. Like Home Alone is my class. You know, that's my favorite Christmas movies as a kid and now still. Home Alone 1 classic. I really love Home Alone 2.
The small cameo by Donald Trump. Like you came back to the movie though.
It was that small. It was that small that it's like. I mean, I still watch it, but fast forward, it has no meaning in the movie at all whatsoever. It doesn't affect the outcome of anything. I can skip right over.
That's funny.
Like you really can't even watch an episode of Fresh Prince. He was in there on every stuff from the childhood. That man was around. He was in it.
So. That's tough, man.
But yeah, man, like. It's been a good episode.
Damn, that's tough, man.
Because I really want to really dive into double standards, but man, I got stuff to do.
We might have to change to the title of this show. We talked about some good crazy stuff.
Perception.
Because it is
perception about a lot of stuff.
Because it is perception. It like what you call rude, I don't call rude. You know what I'm saying? And what you call negative questions, I don't call negative questions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What you call holding in, I call protecting myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it is all about perception.
All about perception.
Like, ultimately, I hate perception. Like, I hate when people are like, oh,
perception.
We went through. I mean, I don't want the public, especially when you're in a relationship. I don't want the outside. I don't want it to look like I do this or that. Like so typically I hate perception. Me too, I do, because that'd be dope. So typically I hate perception, but at the same time, I understand that it has its place, just like everything in the world, just like everything. So I don't know. With that, we're gonna wrap this show up, this episode. Appreciate y'all joining us.
Could be 61. Yeah, we're gonna keep it at 61. But. But we're really season 2, episode 2.
Episode 2.
So like I said earlier, be sure to check out Your Ad Here. Go on and check them out. Great liquor, great cognac. You'll have a guarantee you have a great time. Secondly, be sure to check out our podcast. That's on Apple Podcasts, on Google, on Spotify, and damn near every other podcast platform. So all you got to do is type in ePIFFany Media, and you got us, and you can listen to us whenever, wherever, however.
Even though all of y'all, watch us on a weekly basis, we appreciate y'all would listen to the podcast and play it, share it for us, share the show for us. We appreciate you go to the Facebook page and rate us and review us. Even though it'd be the same people in here, but y'all just refuse to do it. Like everybody except for Angel. Angel's the only one that actually did it. Everybody else is y'all already on the page. Like just hit the back button and leave us a review. Like y'all right there already. That's all I'm saying. That's it, man. That's all I got to say.
So yeah, we'll most definitely see y'all next week. And as always, remember to own your own. It's very important.
Very important to own your own.
Preach on your own. Because it is a lifestyle. Like I be looking at so many miserable people that don't own their own. I'm like, I don't want to be like that. So my motivation is to own your own.
I like that. It's very true. But above that, it's always make sure you salute to the place that you come from. So Salute to the city as always. We will catch y'all next week.
Next week, 5 o'clock, unsharp.
5 o'clock dull, like the opposite of sharp. 5 o'clock dull, between 5 and 5:30. But hopefully we'll have another good show for y'all. Don't worry about that. Listen to the podcast. Send us messages. Send us topics if it's something y'all want to talk about. We will see y'all next week. If y'all need anything, let us know. That's what we're here for.
I will see y'all next time.
We'll see y'all next week.